Hello and welcome, I'm Logan with All Paths Taken, and this is part 3 of my 100% walkthrough of the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. In this episode, we will be discovering a new section of the game, the Ellac River. As always, we are going for every secret, every item, and every boss, so fellow Tarnished, rise and join me on my quest to become the true Elden Lord. Now you might be wondering why we are in a building right now in Belurat, and that is because I forgot to do two things. I forgot to go talk to the lady, which we're going to go do really quick. See if she gives us any more dialogue, which she should give us, because after all, she's the one who warned us about the Divine Beast. And then once we finish talking to her, we actually got to go somewhere else, as there's an item I missed. That it? Oh, okay. Good talk, lady. Good talk. So there is an item I missed, and I want to make sure we go get it. So we have to run through a little bit of this level. Not very much, but we will need to go kill this dude again, because he's going to follow us. Oh, this guy hits so hard. He's so fast. And it doesn't help that the camera makes it a little janky. Ow. I might be dead. Whew! Woo! Tricksy little hobbit, my goodness. Alright, there we go. So, that's done. What we want to do, basically, is climb up a section of the rooftops to get to the sewers, because there's a big chunk of the sewers I did not do, because I completely forgot about it. I completely forgot about it. And I feel like an idiot, because I was looking through my notes, and I'm like, I feel like there's a big chunk of my notes that I've just left out, and sure enough, I found a good paragraph where I'm like, hey, genius, you gotta do something. So, right up here is where we want to go, as it circles towards this little bridge. We get into the bridge for a mushroom, we got a trap, and then we have this as well. And here is our well depths key, so now we can actually go down the well that's earlier in the level, and all this does is just takes us right out to the birds. So now we can go back to, where is it? Belurat Tower Settlement. Yeah, I completely missed that one. I felt so bad when I finished uploading, because I was like, there's a sewer section that I didn't do. I completely forgot about the well. Completely forgot about the well. So now we're just going to come this way. Again, you can just avoid some of these enemies. We don't really need to fight them, as we've done all of this before in the last episode. But we want to go to the well and drop down all the way to the bottom, as we have the lower section of Belurat, the sewers of Belurat, to explore, where there is a boatload of flies, another ridiculously hard enemy, and we have a tree spirit that we need to kill, and a lot of items that we got to grab. So this is the sewers of Belurat. We want to run this way while we try not to get poisoned. And then we have to climb up top over here, as there should be an item. Oh, I missed my jump. Dang it. Let me try this again. There should be an item on that rooftop. There should be. I'm fairly confident. I don't know why I'm not looking at my notes, but I'm not looking at my notes. That's what got me in trouble in the last episode. Well, I was wrong. That's fine. This is the roof I was talking about over here. I got my roofs mixed up. Yeah, right here. I knew I wasn't lying. I'm just dumb and thought it was the other roof. Alright, so now we're going to head this way. We're probably going to get poisoned, but we have to kill an ulcerated tree spirit. So you can buff yourself if you need to. I am going to, because might as well. And here we go. He's green like the Hulk, just really mad. Bonk. Bonk. Miss me. Bonk. Bonk. And we get the crit. My goodness, that's a lot of damage. You know, I told you guys many times that this weapon is stupidly broken. That's what I mean. It is stupidly broken. Just look at how much damage I did. That was so fast. It was so fast. Anyway, do I have a thing? I do have a thing. Nice. Alright, so I don't believe there's any more items over here, but let's go check to make sure. Yeah, we are all peachy and set. So now we can move on to the other area where there's a boatload of flies. And I mean a boatload. Like one giant boat, maybe a tanker or a freight ship, whatever you want to call it, would be able to carry all of these stinking flies that are everywhere. So, where we want to go is just over this direction. As we have a little gap here that kind of leads us behind. As we can avoid some stuff and we can get to this other hidden item that is around here. Some more boluses for us to use if and when we get more poison. Now, there should be... Yep, there they are. A lot of wandering flies once we get closer to this section. So, we will eventually kill all of the flies. They will work their way over here slowly and surely. But we are going to run towards the north. Is that a fly? No, that was not a fly. So simply just running over here. As we have more flies to kill. Again, try to avoid the poison once it is on the ground, as that will cause damage as well. Really annoying, really frustrating, but it is what it is. Stop it. Really? There we go. That's a lot of damage, like, my goodness. Got him. Alright, we got the serpent arrow up there. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hey, he fell down to me. Nice. Ooh, Silverhorn Tender. That's a nice little drop. Ooh, another one. That's a nice little drop. Alright, so we're going to stand over here. As we're going to wait for all of these bad boys to come over here and fight us. They should be coming. Alright, I guess they're not going to be coming. Alright, so try your best not to roll in poison, as that will only give you even more poison over time, where now you can see it's already coming out. If you did not know that, it's just a helpful little trick. So, you can choose to fight this dude now, or you can fight him later. I would recommend going to kill those guys if you don't want to fight him now, as depending on where you roll and how close you get to them, you can aggro them. So, yeah, I'd recommend fighting them first if you are not sure how to fight this dude. But me, being the absolute legend that I am, I'm gonna fight him first. Oh my god, I'm a legend! Ha 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 ha! Yes! Oh, he didn't. Oh, he did drop it. Yes! Got the Horned Warrior's Sword. That might be a guaranteed drop. I'm not 100% sure. But I've also got that weapon to drop from a different one in the Ruins of Rao, which is one we will find way later in the DLC. Ow. That was really cool. Getting all of them to proc on bleed. That was really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Alright, I don't believe there's any items over there, as there is no way up. So now we can go kill these flies. Stop it. Stop flying. Nobody likes it when flies fly. Oh god, death. Please god, no. There we go. Easy peasy. Piece of cake, piece of pie. Alright, now we have done pretty much everything in this section of the sewers. We just got one or two more items to grab over this way before we climb the ladder up. So as we run over here, we have a nice item in the little corner. And then as you can see, we can't get up here, but this just leads us back to where we started as we entered into the sewers. So now it is time for us to climb up the ladder. Once we open the door, boom, we are at our shortcut that we started the level at in the previous episode. Kind of cool, kind of cool. Alright, so now that we are officially done with Belurat, it is time to start our next episode, where we start from the 3-path cross grace. Alright, well that didn't take any time at all to get through that. I was worried it was going to be like a half-hour ordeal, and I was just going to do absolutely terrible gameplay and die all the time. Oh my god, that view is so good. I just noticed, I looked up from the grass. So beautiful. Such a beautiful view. Alright, but now we have the Ellac Greatbridge, or Ellac Greatbridge, however you want to pronounce it. Make sure you zigzag and zag-zig, as there's going to be a crossbow shooting at you. And there's a couple of mesmer soldiers as well. Just be sure to swerve, bob, and weave as we get across. And then when you come up here, just kill this dude. And the other mesmer soldiers, or in this dude's case, the little MVP. Then, we are going to explore this little camp right outside Castle Ensis. I was debating about saving this for Castle Ensis's episode, but honestly, there's some pretty good upgrades in here, so it's kind of useful to do it now. Take your time, buddy. Oh, I missed. Stop it. Use your other weapon. Thank you. Big bonk. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Jesus. I can almost one-shot these guys, and I don't even have very many Scadutree fragments yet. That tells you how ridiculously strong this weapon is. And you can see we got our cookbook over here. And as we get a little closer to this side, we got a few more mesmer soldiers to take out. Ooh, alright. I'll take the visceral. That's fine. Or the crit. I love the bleed proc through the shield. Oh, that's so good. This weapon is so satisfying to use. Can't remember. Is this tent open? No, it is not. There's only a few tents that are open, and pretty much every tent that is open in this camp has an item. So that's really what you should be looking for when you're running through these camps. Is if there's a tent open, they probably have something for you. Bad dog. Alright, let's keep moving. Okay, I lied. Apparently they don't all have items. Okay, I very much lied. They all don't have items. Where the heck is the rest of the items on this side, man? I know there was more. I have stuff written down. Or was it just the cookbook on this side? Ah, it was just the cookbook. Whoops. Oh, that's my fault. Alright, so now we have a few perfumers that we gotta take out. I didn't want to hit him anyway. Yep, I just wanted to say F the boxes. And we got another big boy here. Then we can bonk this dude. Oh, hello. Well, that was fun. I jumped over it. I'm a legend. I am a legend. I am legend. And I'm not talking about the movie either. Ooh, Firespark perfume bottles. We got our next weapon class that we unlocked. I wonder if I can demo this right now. Should be in like the very bottom area, I think. Ooh, and I forgot the poison hand. Yeah, if we want a poison hand, we can just cause poison buildup, which is kind of cool. But let's see. So now we can just spray stuff. Kind of cool, kind of cool. So maybe there's some dudes that can come up with a crazy build. We'll see. Maybe I'll have something like that in the future. But so upon release of the DLC, there was an absolutely broken, cracked build of the game that was allowing anybody to one-shot the bosses immediately. It was wild. So essentially what it was a bug of the hitboxes of the perfumed Ash of Wars. So when somebody would use the Ash of War, which we don't even have yet, like if I find that weapon again really quick, Ash of War's kick, right? So when you find, which we'll do later, once we actually go into Castle Ensis, we will find an Ash of War for this perfume bottle that we can use, and essentially you'd aim it at the ground, and when you throw it at the ground, the hitboxes would all hit in multiple points, and it would instantly, for some reason, delete the health bar. Like it would make like your damage go up 10 times as much as you would actually do to the boss. It was wild. Absolutely wild watching that happen and unfold. Alright, was there anything else over here? I can't remember. And I'm too lazy to read. I read a lot today. And by read a lot, I mean I typed a lot, because I also did a boatload of walkthrough prep for the DLC. Oh, hello, puppy. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Well, that dog's on drugs. It doesn't know what it's doing. Dog, where are you going? Oh, where are you going? Well, that works. That works really easily. Alright, I want the grace that's over here, because that's the only thing I was going for. Because we've done pretty much everything else in the camp, I believe. Before I rest, real quick, I'm going to hop on Torrent and just run through these tents that are right next to the grace. I don't believe there's any items. Again, too lazy to read. Honestly, it's faster to just ride on the horse. Okay, yes, I went this way already, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so from the grace, where we are going to go is to the... Where is it? I have it in my notes. Where is it? It's in big bold letters. Ah, there we go. Okay. We're going to do that really quick, and then from there we're going to open our map, and we're going to look to the southeast. As you can see, we have another mausoleum-looking thing, but it's not a mausoleum. It is a new little dungeon that we can explore on our way to the Ellac River. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I really like this thing a lot. I like the creativity behind it. Now, in these tents, there's absolutely nothing, so you don't need to kill these dudes. I am just going to kill them because I want it. God, this weapon. Oh, this weapon. This weapon is absolutely redonkulous. And then we want to head this direction, as there's some more Mesmer soldiers, and they are guarding a weapon. I didn't want to hit him. Nope, I didn't want to hit him. I wanted to wait for his guard to get up, so it took me 3 hits to kill him instead of 1. Alright, then we can grab our spread crossbow, which is basically our shotty with the body. Like in a normal third-person shooter game. Kind of cool. And then we are going to head southwest as we are going to go to our forge. Should be the Ruined Forge Lava Intake. Again, you can kill these guys. I'm not gonna. Just because, like, again, as I've explicitly said earlier in the playthrough, there's no other way to get the weapon that I'm already using, as I had found out because I'm dumb. So we're going to come through here, and we're going to head into our tunnel, where we have a grace, and we are at the Ruined Forge Lava Intake. So in this place, there is going to be some really, really, really hard hitting and fighting enemies. They move exceedingly slow. So when we fight these guys, quote unquote, you want to fight them from behind. If you choose to fight them, make sure you're going for visceral or critical hits to the butt. That's what we're looking for. So this dude's basically talking about the ancient dragon smithing stones, and it's like, oh, I need it so I can build my favorite weapon, whatever else, right? So you get one of those at the end, but you also get a new weapon, which is really, really cool. Now, as this sign says, hit them where they're weakest. Well, when you fight any enemy, the weakest point is a backstab. So you can see in this dude, there's like a crystal gem right there in his booty crack. That's where we're trying to smack. So you can either smack him or you can just start stunning him. As you can see though, he's, for a big stone dude, he's real bendy. He's real bendy. Game. I've been robbed by a video game. And I'm not playing Grand Theft Auto. Ow. Alright, there's that. All that for a Smithing Stone 5. So keep in mind when you're running through here, there's going to be a boatload of smithing stones on the grounds. So make sure you're paying attention. If you walk by anything that's goldish color like these up here, make sure you grab them. Make sure you grab them. Any other ones? I think we're good. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. I didn't like that you tried to poke me. Then when we come in here, we have a little bit of a room that has a lot of stuff in it. So, how we can do this is either going down this ladder over here that we walked past, or we can drop down onto this platform and then hug this little section as we have a couple of crafting items, the gas stone, and then we can find a smithing stone as well. Ooh, and another one right here that I ran past. Then, honestly, I'm just going to avoid these big dudes. There's not really worth fighting. All they do is drop smithing stones. So if you want more, you can definitely fight them to get more. Honestly, just run through and grab the stones you need or you want, and then keep on moving on. Alright, was that everything in here? No, we have this side as well that we got to grab. And we can grab the Somber 6. Well, that dude's taking a power nap. And then we also got to run up a ramp real quick before we continue going down. So we will have to come back this way later for forward progress, so keep that in mind. Actually, we're going to come back this way up again here really quick. But we want to grab that. We want to grab these two stones. And then we want to fall onto this giant pillar. And then onto this platform where we can get our smithing stone 4. And again, as I mentioned, we want to fall off and climb up that ramp again. Then once we are here, we just come over to this ladder and slide all the way down. And this puts us above where we would be if we went the other way. So, all we're going to do is pull this lever, and we're going to drop that gigantic pipe. As you can see, it's got like a spiral thingy-mabob in there that's actually going to suck up the lava. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool how they did that. So now we can fall down, and we can run and grab this weapon here. Our Smithscript dagger. We can grab that as well. And another stone. And then, just to show you where everything connects, you can see we are back where we were with that other room. So, you're supposed to run through here the first time, grab the stuff, look up and go, lever, and then go back and do it. But since you're so smart, you're following the channel, you're following the guide, so you already know not to do anything dumb. Ow. Oh, that was so close. Oh no! Violence is not the answer. I have been pretty passive since being in here. Just ignore the lava slimes that I've killed. And the one stony boy. Alright, so now we get to climb up this gigantic pipe, which should be burning the ever-loving stuffing out of our shoes, but apparently not. Apparently it is so insulated that we can't feel a thing. Then we want to jump... Wait, hang on. That's not right. Ow. We want to jump onto the pipe again. Or wait, no. Hang on. I gotta think. Which way was it? Yep, right here. I'm dumb. This is our forge, where we are going to get our ancient dragon smithing stone, and we are going to get a really cool weapon, the Anvil hammer. Anybody who likes the, what you call it? Oh, I was there. I was on it. Where was it? Right here. Anybody who likes the, greatsword that the Crucible Knights use with their big Ash of War, you get to use, like, the same thing here. Or no. I'm thinking of a different weapon. Whoops. This one, never mind. Smithing Art of Spears, so when you slam it down, I believe spears erupt from the ground. It's pretty cool. I've used it a little bit. I didn't use it that much because, like, I'm not a huge colossal weapon fan. I say as I'm using a colossal weapon. But still, it's the point of, like, not the coolest weapon, but not the worst weapon either. Like, it still hits like an absolute stinking truck. So, before we go anywhere else, we want to make sure that we rest. Make sure we get all of our heals back and anything else that we may have used. As we are going to continue through the next section of the level. Alright, where are we at now? Ah, yes. I read something in my notes that made me very confused. I forgot we have to run back here, or run back this direction twice. So, the reason we are going to run back this section twice that we're crossing right now is because there is a later part in the game that we are going to get a grace for. And it's going to be for a section called Scadu Altus. But before we go that way, we want to actually come to the right here through the poison swamp, as there should be an item over yonder. Yeah, right here. Got some festive grease. And then you can see off in the distance there's a shack over there. That is where we are going to be heading next. But while we are heading that way, we are going to grab every item we see. So on our second time running through, we don't have to worry about items. We can just move on into the Ellac River. So the Ellac River is basically like a transitional space. It doesn't really have like its own demigod or remembrance boss fight. It's just like a connective place that connects different sections of the DLC together. So if you're wondering, is there going to be like a giant boss fight in here that's going to be really grand and epic? Nah, I mean, not like, it's not going to be like a Mesmer boss fight or a Dancing Lion boss fight, but we will have a couple of boss fights in here, yes. So up here we get a whip, and then we get to learn a little bit about, or not a whip, excuse me. We're at the Talisman of Dread, and we get to learn about a really cool remembrance coming up way later in the DLC. Bale, the Tyrant Drake. So I don't know if you were reading that or if you were just fast forwarding, but if you fast forward, you missed some pretty cool lore from this dude. As Baal the Dread lies atop that giant mountain over there, which we again will cross and cover way later in the playthrough. But it's pretty stinking cool to learn the lore of him, that basically he's like a Doomslayer, where he's just too angry to die. And he had some beef with Dragon Lord Placidusax. So it's really cool learning about that now before we actually have a chance to go to his area. But this is our trap or our seal for the Spirit Spring. So when you go to a Spirit Spring, if you see that it is locked, where it's not jumping up like this, you just got a little tiny pillar and it looks like some white rocks are in the middle of it. You got to find the Spirit Spring seal that is around it, which again, right up there, pretty obvious, pretty easy to figure out, not that big of a deal. But we're now going to just take these Spirit Springs up. I don't believe there are any items on this platform as well, because I spent a little while looking at it. I don't have anything in my notes, I don't believe. So we're going to hop all the way up for Scadu Altus, which again, we are going to look at way later in the DLC. We are just getting this because when we eventually get to Scadu Altus, we are going to go into that Fort of Reprimand as our starting area, and we're going to tackle it from behind because there's a lot of cool stuff on that side. But we're going to do that later. If you want to do that now, by all means go ahead. Just know it's going to be a little bit of a pain. I went to the wrong one. Dang it. We're going to go to the Ruined Forge lava lake, or lava intake again. Alright, since we're here, it is now time to run to the river. Finally. I love how this video is titled the Ellac River, and I haven't even gotten there yet, and it's been 32 minutes. The river is like a long area, but there's not a ton of stuff there. Like there's a cave, there's a tree spirit to fight, and there's a good number of items. That's about it. So not much in terms of lore, not much in terms of like anything really. The main thing is just to make sure we get through that cave that I mentioned, as it's got some pretty cool enemies in there. And kind of a funny boss. Like, I don't know what it is about this boss, but it just makes me laugh. It makes me chuckle. So we got some vulgar militia waiting to ambush us as we run through. I don't think I ran up this way, which is why I'm checking it, to see if there was any items. But there were none. It's unfortunate. Now, once we get to the bottom over here, we are going to see that there is a little cave over to the south. But I want to run over here and get this really quick. The white flesh mushroom, as we need that for a crafting a, I believe, a furnace visage, which is like a bomb for furnace golems for later in the DLC. So we want to come through this little cave. And we can grab the deep purple lily. Oh, that's right. That's to get back. I forgot. And then we simply just keep heading southwest until we finally hit the river. Then we get our next Revered Spirit Ash. Revered. Is it Revered or Revered? I feel like Revered is probably the right word. I'm not smart enough to read, so don't tell me in the comments. Tell me something else. Tell me an interesting fact or a fun fact. Remember, make it fun. If it's not fun, I'm probably going to dislike it. Kidding. I'm not going to dislike it. Unless it really does suck. Because there are some facts that's just like, wow, I don't know what to do with that information. You know what I mean? I hope you know. You know. If you know, you know. And you know. You know. Alright, but we want to head... Which direction first? We want to head north first. That's right. So when we head north, we're going to run into a pillar with 3 rats on it, which should be farther than this, I believe. Because there's only 2 here. I suck. There we go. Ah, there we go. I wish there was a follow-up for the colossal weapon on the horse, but oh well. Yeah, this is where we needed to be. God, why does everything in the DLC hit so hard? My goodness. Alright, so from the 3 rats, we're going to kill them and head north for an item on the edge of a toppled pillar. And there's going to be a tree spirit as well that is here. A couple of things that I will mention as well is there are some pretty decent crafting items. Wow, okay. There are some pretty decent crafting items. Wow, I'm terrible today. There's some pretty decent crafting items in the river that I have not found anywhere else. Like, at least as of yet in the DLC. Like a round stone, which is like, honestly, it looks like cobblestone from Minecraft, but in a circle. And then there has been, there's been like the dew gem that you saw me pick up a little bit ago as well. So those are the 2 main crafting items that I have seen in this area. Otherwise, there's really not much. Oh my bleed. Oh. We're gonna do this. Just because I don't have time to do my charge attacks. And now charge attack. One HP in a dream! Well, his dream was a nightmare because he died immediately. But we kill him to get the horned Bairn, which is just another way of summoning wraiths. It's kind of cool. Or is it horns? I can't remember. Let me look. We want to look for the horned Bairn. Yep, Vengeful Spirits. So it's this... It's basically like... If I remember correctly, it's basically like the carrion swords, the glint blades that hover around you, but these ones will follow you until it eventually has a target to lock on, and then it'll shoot at him. Alright, so now there's pretty much no other enemies we really need to fight. There's just a lot of flies. And I don't believe there's really any items. We just want to keep heading north, glancing right to left, as I believe there's like a smithing stone somewhere. Yeah, right in here. And then other than that, that's it. There's not much any items anywhere other than the crafting items. Like fly mold, apparently. If you want fly mold, just kill the flies. Alright, so now we are making it closer to our waterfall. It should be right up here past all of these piles of dead bodies. Which, gross. But we can grab the silverhorn tender, and then we see the crab. And you can kind of make out a little path behind it. So we're going to go behind to see what is there. There should be an item. Yep, there should be an item under the waterfall. And then we are going to turn around and head another direction, as there is our first cave, or our cave on the river. So we can grab our talisman. Don't let these creepy worms grab you. And then we're going to, yep, head south. That scared me because it didn't load right away. It didn't load the level. And we're going to just follow the wall to the southwest, as eventually we will lead to our cave. And now we are in the Rivermouth Cave. Alright, so in here, we want to head to the northeast, and there's going to be a room where we have 4 wolves. So we're going to kill these bad boys. Then we can grab the item in the corner, and then just continue down the only path you can take until we get to this point. Then we want to actually circle up and grab this item and kill the 2 wolves as well. And we keep heading down. Eventually we will get to a new room. There's a couple more wolves, and you'll see like a little bridge. So we want to take out all the wolves again. Oh, I thought I was going to get them both. Dang it. Alright, isn't there a white wolf somewhere? Isn't Geralt of Rivia here? No. Dang it. But, as you can see, we have a little area that we need to fall down in. So just run over the spot, fall down to a nice little stream of blood coming from nothing, which is just really creepy. No, that's not an invisible wall, I've checked. But for those of you that are concerned, there you go. Now the farther down we get, we will notice more and more blood, and then finally we will see a bunch of blood fiends, and then you can see over there there's a boss room glow. But we're gonna go there eventually. We have to take out a couple of enemies first before we will tackle all of the blood fiends in the area. You see, we got another wolf and another wolf. And what this section leads to is that previous room that we were at with the bridge. There's my white wolf. I was wondering where he was. Alright, but we can grab the sacred bloody flesh and continue north. And now this is going to just head to the previous room where there was a bridge that you were like, ah, this room looks unique. How do I get there? Well, now you have it. So now we are going to head back the way we came. I would suggest making sure you have something equipped that will target one enemy at a time, like crystal darts or kukri or something like that, as we are going to fight a large number of blood fiends. So we're going to come over here and we're going to kill this dude first. This might aggro one of the others as well, so just be prepared, as there's several right over here. There might even be one below us, but how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then I think there's another one right there, 12. We have 12 to take out, and we're going to try to do this as efficiently as possible. So we want to actually remove these, and we'll throw on the crystal darts. And we're going to go yeet! Yep, let them come up one by one. We don't want to aggro all of them. We just want to aggro a couple. Come on, dude. Fight me with your fork. I really love how this is Miyazaki's takes on vampires. It's kind of creepy. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Take your time. If I get too close, that other one that's looking at me will see me. And he'll alert a lot of them. I'm not getting that item yet. Well, that's the wrong way. Oh, I missed. Bummer. Alright, where else are the enemies? So we can come here now and yeet. And then we can go over here. Whoops. Oh. Oh. Ah. Ah. Oh no. Hopefully I could take them all out, but we'll see. Okay, some of them did not see me, which is good. Beauty. Well, that sped things up a little bit. Almost there. Keep coming. All right, 2 left, baby, 2 left. No blood flame. That's illegal. Why is this one so tanky? My goodness. Alright, but we did all of that for some sacred bloody... sacred bloody flesh. I almost said sacred bloody fresh. Alright, now we are going to fight a big blood fiend. This dude loves to be very aggressive. Honestly, it's the same as fighting other ones, except he loves to stomp around. He's twice the size of a normal one. He is a giant. But honestly, not that bad. Alright, here we are. Chief Bloodfiend. Oh my god. Oh boy. Well, remember when I said not that bad? Don't do that. Don't do that. That mayhaps been the worst fight I think I've ever had against that boss. I just walked into the room and died. I didn't even touch him. I'm gonna die again. Holy crap. Good to know. He will always start the fight with that. This thing's angry. I can do that too. Oh, you have the Lords of Blood thing too, huh? Oh my god, you hurt so bad. No! Illegal! Quit puking. Woo! Got him. Oh. He was angry. He was an angry little elf. Alright, but we get some ashes and then we get to leave out the cave. Again, if you want to rest, you are welcome to, but I would recommend actually warping to the Ellac River Cave, or Ellac River Cave. So from here, we're going to head south, and this will eventually lead to another new area, which is pretty cool. Definitely one of the most beautiful areas in all of video games. It's not my favorite area, but it is very close. My only complaint is a couple of the bosses. A couple of the bosses are just awful. Like, they're just not fun to fight. They make me so upset all the time. Alright, so we wanted a platform on there so we can eventually get down to the bottom. I'm killing these dudes because I believe... Come on now, there we go. Because I believe... Can I lock onto the other one? There we go. I believe this area to the north is another, like, trap area, so trying to make sure we have a little bit of a getaway is very helpful. Ooh, I saw something. What was it? Yeah, round rock. Where's my path? There should be a path to the north. What? Where's my path to the north? Huh? What? Let me look at my notes. Ah, I jumped down too early. Oh, it's down there. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, so we can kill the warrior birds that are around, as they are going to lead us to a couple of different items. No Ghost Flame. Ghost Flame is illegal. Alright, after we flatten the bird, we're going to keep moving. And we want to head, where is it? This way. Want to head to the platform, and then we want to head down again. And now we head north, as there is going to be a room that we want to enter. Or an item we want to enter right here. And a ridiculously angry lobster. Honestly, fight the lobster, because he's not going to let you leave. I'm just telling you that right now. He's not going to let you leave. Oh my god. Whew! He hits so hard. But so do I. Ha-ha! Alright. We kill him to grab smithing stones and strip of white flesh. And then we can grab our Somber 6. There's nothing under the waterfall. I checked and got disappointed earlier. And now we can head back. Again, round rock. This is the item that looks like, where is it? Ooh, hefty pots. Nice. Where's the item? Can I see the item? Can I see? Yeah. This is the item that looks like it's from Minecraft. It looks like the cobblestone from Minecraft. You know what I'm talking about? Any of you Minecrafters spend way too much time playing that dang game? I didn't play it very much growing up, but I did play it a little bit, and like that game is addictive in the best and worst ways. The game is so addictive. Alright, so from here, we're just going to rest at the Grace, reset the world a little bit. And we are going to head into this little section, as there should be an item or two down here at the very bottom. Beauty. And then I got to check to see if this is also where our jar is. Nope, doesn't look like it. Let's keep going. So as I mentioned before, this area is kind of empty. It's kind of empty, but it also is really cool. Because it's just a nice connecting place. So this dude is talking about Saint Trina, which is kind of an interesting character, because it is a piece of Mikola, which is really cool. So if you know anything about Mikola and the lore of the DLC, which some of you might not. Sorry if you're going to get spoiled, but the DLC's been out for a while, so I feel like I can say it. Saint Trina is a really interesting character because it's a piece of Mikola that he doesn't want to have on him anymore, which is just weird. It's just weird how that works. Alright, I'm heavy. I can't be heavy. I don't like being heavy. So again, you crafters that like crafting things in video games, that is going to be something we're going to go get. When you see those pots hanging from a string or hanging from a rope, we want to make sure to break those, as it gives us a new craftable bell bearing. And this one is your mushroom cellars. Oops, didn't mean to hit that. Alright, but now we have our next perfume bottle weapon to get, which is my favorite perfume bottle. Because it's next to my favorite enemies, and look, there they are, the giant golden rams. I love them so much. They're adorable. Oh, if I could have one as a pet in this game, I would do that. I'd have so many. I'd have my own farm. Screw being an Elden Lord. Let me be a lightning farmer. A lightning ram farmer. Alright, but over here we have our items that we want. And now we got to try to sprint past this thing as fast as possible because we need to get to our new grace that is right up the hill. And as you can see, he doesn't like us because he can hear us. He can't smell us. He can definitely not see us, but he can smell us. So we got to haul cheeks before all of those fireballs come our way. Like, look at that nightmare. Oh, God. Oh, God. Please, cover of trees. Please help me. Please help me. Please, 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 please. Whew. All right. So, this is the Cerulean Coast. This is where we're going to start the next episode. But we got to end the episode killing the last dude we just saw. Ooh, 195. How much does it take to level up? Like 30,000? I think I got 30,000. Wow, 30,000. I didn't want one. Oh. All right. Beauty. Now we're going to head back and we're going to absolutely mess up this furnace golem as well. It's the exact same one as before, so same moveset, same everything. Just know that as soon as it's alerted to you, it's going to start spraying fireballs. If you're fast enough, you can get there beforehand, but for some reason, I am not. So stay on Torrent, and we want to kind of ride around closely to him so these fireballs don't hit us that bad. But it will still hit pretty good. Oh, God. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Okay. Miss me. Oh, my God. Stop it. I hate that. That's not fair. No. Stop moving. I don't know what he's doing. Oh. He's stomping. He's stomping again. I don't want to be on the outside, but oh well. Oh, that's the wrong flask. There's the first stagger. There's the second stagger. I don't think anything's going to be able to screw me over this time. Oh, well, I'm getting killed. Yeah. Not much I can do there. I didn't have stamina. That's a grab. Run away! I was right on the edge of that. I thought I was going to get absolutely tallywhapped. Ooh, 2 stomps. How tricksy. Oh, he got me before I could do that. Dang it. Yay, I did it. Alright, let's run to the face and bop him. Yes, we are going to have to do this 2 times. It's frustrating, I know, but it is what it is. I'm getting hit, probably. Yeah, I couldn't clear the gap. Dang it. Ooh, there's one. Take your time. Is that two? Oh, that's two. Dang it. Ow, I did the wrong thing. Woo! I survived. That would have made me very mad if I died because of my own sheer stupidity. Ah. Is that number 3? Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We got him. Excellente. We got the Viridian, hidden tier, and then we got another furnace Visage. Alright, but now we can head back to the Cerulean Coast, and I think that's going to be all the time I have for this episode, as I've been recording for about an hour, and we are just starting the next episode off with the Cerulean Coast. So, in the next episode, we are going to be tackling one of the most beautiful sections in the game, and then we're going to move into my favorite legacy dungeon of the DLC. It has one of the coolest bosses, if not the coolest boss, in all of Elden Ring inside of it. I am not going to spoil it for those of you that don't want it spoiled, but just know it's my favorite boss. So, with that in mind, if you liked the video, make sure you do click the like button, as that really helps me out. Make sure you subscribe for more Elden Ring content, as I am going to be continuing the DLC, and eventually, once the DLC is over, making a boatload of build videos as well that I'll be uploading on YouTube, and I'll upload short videos on YouTube and Instagram as well, so be sure to follow my Instagram as well. Link is in the description. And then the last thing I will say is I do stream on Saturdays. Saturdays are for death runs and different challenge runs and things like that. So if you want to hang out with me as we tackle Elden Ring with a deathless run, by all means, stop by and say hi. That's from 12 to 3 on Saturdays, Central Standard Time. So, with that being said, I hope you guys all have a fabulous day, and I will see you in the next episode.